Thank you, Your Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa. Thank you for your invitation, your very kind and warm invitation. We know how warm are South Africans, and you know how warm are the Portuguese, because we have here a huge and very, very proactive Portuguese community in every field of your economy and society. I was yesterday with hundreds of Portuguese in Cape Town.
700.
700, yes, you know everything. I'll be meeting tomorrow together with the Prime Minister, arriving this evening, the Portuguese community in Johannesburg, and then coming back to Pretoria. It's a sign of friendship, long-lasting friendship between the two people, the two states, with a community that is well integrated, working for the wealthiness of this great power, not just a regional African power, but a global power. It is very meaningful for us to have a cooperation, both bilateral and multilateral, that has been deepening its roots in the last decades. As you stressed, this is the first visit of a Portuguese president to South Africa in the last 29 years. And it's a unique opportunity for such a cooperation. Multilateral, as you mentioned, in the United Nations, in other international organizations, fighting for multilateralism at a time where it is very difficult to meet this aim, but also for peace, for freedom, for human rights, for international law, and addressing so many issues. You mentioned one of them, and I would like to thank your role in this African peace initiative concerning Ukraine, involving other heads of state, African heads of state, but knowing how important is your specific role, trying to meet conditions for a future that would really respect international law, the Charter of the United Nations, and at the same time listen to the two parties and telling them what is the African view of a war that is not just an European war. It is a global war involving directly or indirectly powers of the world. You know that Portugal condemned the invasion of Ukraine by Russian Federation. Portugal belongs to NATO and to the European Union. And at the same time, we follow that path, but wanting to show that multilateralism is not dead in the present and in the future. And then we have our bilateral cooperation. You spoke of the renewables that are really being a success. In Portugal, we started first, and it was worthwhile. The same with the digital. I do invite you to join the Web Summit with a larger South African delegation. The same with science, technology. And of course, we have the example of defense. We'll be signing today a very important agreement on defense, together with science and technology. But also, our bilateral cooperation should deepen in fields like education, tourism, investment. And this will be, as I said, a unique opportunity at the bilateral level, both for Portugal and our connection to South Africa, but for the European Union. We do share your wish of strengthening the ties with the European Union. And we know that sometimes on some subjects there are difficulties in the implementation of European rules. Different in different countries. We know we are studying it on some of your exports. We know you are studying it about some of our exports, our Portuguese and our European. Would very much like to have you in a year as next one. We are celebrating the 5th anniversary of the 50 years of the revolution of 25th of 1974. 74. That was the beginning of a long procedure. And one of the pieces of this procedure was later on democratic Portugal and democratic South Africa cooperating, working together. Excellency, and I may call you friend.
Yes.
I think it's as once when I was young I saw on a movie, it is the restart of a long-lasting friendship.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, President. You may want to know that the event that took place in your country, your revolution, as it happened there in 1974, that had other consequences in this region, and personally for me, because it was your revolution that led to me being arrested by the apartheid rulers as people celebrated the freedom of Mozambique. So they decided to arrest me. So we are linked, you and I. Thank you so much, President D'Souza. This is the time when